Indiana Fever dominates Sky in blowout, when as Angel Reese struggles and Caitlin Clark rallies from the sidelines. The Indiana Fever secured their easiest win of the season in a decisive game against a struggling Chicago Sky team, marred by poor execution and emotional breakdowns, particularly from Angel Reese. While Caitlin Clark sat out due to injury, the game still delivered plenty of drama, hustle, and jaw-dropping moments, especially from Indiana's bench and rising contributors like Lexi Ho. From the opening tip, the game was intense, despite noticeable empty seats in the arena due to Clark's absence. But that didn't stop the Fever from setting the tone early. Lexi Ho came out with energy, making a statement by intercepting a pass meant for Reese and charging coast to coast for an explosive finish. Reese was clearly struggling to keep pace. Indiana's ball movement was crisp, and their team chemistry was on full display. Lexi Ho looked like a mirror image of Clark with her high IQ plays, and Caitlin Clark cheered her team on passionately from the bench, clearly enjoying every minute. Meanwhile, the Sky tried to respond, with Angel Reese managing to score off a defensive lapse. But even then, it wasn't enough to stop Indiana's momentum. Clark was visibly animated, constantly motivating her teammates, treating this game like a must-win on the road to the Commissioner's Cup. Sydney Colson stepped up as well, knocking down her first three-pointer of the night and showing steady improvement over the past few games. Still, the Fever needed more to truly put the Sky away, and they got it. As the Sky's defense broke down, Angel Reese started missing layups. Not once, but repeatedly. The Fever punished those mistakes immediately, stretching the lead with surgical offense. From the bench, Clark was fired up, reacting to every key play as if she were on the court herself. Haley Van Lith tried to spark a comeback for the Sky, but she was clearly out of rhythm, struggling to connect with her teammates. With Dana Bonner checking in, the Sky briefly cut into the lead, but nothing was enough to shift the momentum. Some fans criticized Indiana for rotating so many players in such a winnable game, but it made strategic sense. This was the ideal game to rest stars and experiment with depth. Clark remained visibly engaged, especially as officiating decisions grew questionable, something that clearly bothered her. Heading into the second half, the Fever's control of the game only intensified. Lexi Ho and the Indiana defense completely shut down Reese, who began to spiral emotionally. Her frustration boiled over as she played increasingly physical, bordering on dirty, but the referees let it slide. Clark's sideline reaction said it all, a mix of anger, disbelief, and competitive fire. Reese continued to underperform, missing key shots and failing to make defensive reads. Indiana responded with a barrage of three-pointers in the third quarter, effectively burying the Sky. Clark and Sophie Cunningham were visibly thrilled as the Fever's lead ballooned. As the game slipped further away, Angel Reese lost her cool, arguing with teammates and showing visible frustration. Eventually, the Sky's coach benched her, having had enough of the chaos. By the fourth quarter, Indiana had the game locked. Their entire starting five rested, while the bench closed it out smoothly. With Caitlin Clark expected to return for their matchup against the Liberty, the Fever looked poised to go all in for Commissioner's Cup title. Final thoughts. This game wasn't just a blowout. It was a statement. While Angel Reese suffered through arguably her worst performance of the season, the Fever proved they could dominate even without their superstar. And with Clark returning soon, Indiana's championship run is just getting started.